Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, your Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace, illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Aries. Okay. It's very curious for Aries. Very curious indeed. Aries is usually that sign that, they're not into the BS. Like, tell me what's going on. Stop beating around the bush. Stop going in circles. It's a waste of my time. Just what's going on? Just get to the point. Aries is that sign. Like, just get to the point. So there's something I don't know if it's irritating or not. We'll get to it. Let's just get to it. Let's start at the beginning. It's the best place to start, obviously. When you're starting off with the situation, you're trying to see the better of somebody. I feel like this is somebody that you constantly have to deal with. And the more I think of it, it's kind of like, I have to deal with this person. I feel like I have to deal with this person. I just got to find a way to deal with them where it's not any more of an issue than it has to be. So you're trying to, like, find a common thread. I don't know, because you're not willing to be fake about it. You're not willing. I just don't feel like you're willing to do that. It doesn't feel right. But it's kind of like maybe we can find something we agree on. Like, they care about this situation or they care about this person, so do I. The way they handle it, not the biggest fan of that, but you do trust that they have, like, they care about the same situation. How they handle it, not really the biggest fan of that. But they seem to be like, you want that to go well, they want that to go well. You want it to be actually done right. They want it to actually just work out peacefully or something like that. I don't know. Something's weird with it. So you're trying to, like, get along. You're trying to find a moot or a even keel, but I feel like it's kind of like it just doesn't quite match, but you're trying. You're kind of extending the olive branch because it's kind of like we have the same goal. We should just try to get along. You're the one initiating this. Like, we have the same goal. We should try to get along, and you're like, just you won't put up with BS though. You're not going to do it. But you're kind of like, maybe if this person knows me better, maybe they'll be a little bit more on point. Maybe I can kind of teach them to get to the point with me and not play this circus bullcrap. You're trying. You're honestly kind of like, this could work out good for this situation. You're really trying. Like, you get the oneness here too. Kind of like it works out best for all of us if we get along. It's funny because it's like, I wouldn't say it was stressful. I would say it's kind of like I'm doing it and I'm like, is this a good idea? I feel like I'm trying to get along with somebody and I'm kind of like, I'm questioning myself as I do it. Like, should I really, is this really a good idea? I'm kind of trying to get myself to work with somebody that I don't like the way they do things. The thing is, your energy is coming across very honest. That's not shocking. But the other person doesn't seem to understand you anyway. So when you're coming forth this way, they're seeing a side of you that they didn't think existed. They really thought you didn't like them, is what I'm getting. And when is that the Ten of Cups? Yep. The Ten of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles comes in, they're kind of like, I didn't think I had a chance with the Aries to get along with the Aries. They thought you really didn't like them, is what I'm getting. And I feel like you're holding it back, but you're thinking, I really do. I feel like you're holding it back, and you're just thinking to yourself, well, I didn't really. Well, that would have been right, because I didn't. And I feel like you're also probably holding it back, thinking to yourself, I'm not really sure I even like you now. But you're holding it back because you're very well aware that that's not going to make things go well. So you're holding it back, but I feel like you're thinking it. Like, yeah, that's probably accurate. Yeah. You're doing really well with this, though. You're healing a past pain. The Ten of Swords is being eclipsed by the Four of Swords, which is telling me healing is healing a bad... Like, this is healing something from the past. Somebody else is healing that didn't think you liked them. You're allowing the situation to heal. You're letting it to go into a better situation. I really feel like they're saying something like, oh, I didn't think you even liked me. And you're probably thinking, yeah, I don't. Or I didn't, or whatever. But I feel like you're just kind of like, I'm not going to say that because there's no reason to say that. And obviously they're not going to like it if I say it. So I'm just going to kind of... I feel like you're just going to kind of brush by it. Kind of like keep the conversation moving and just kind of brush by it. That's what I feel like we're going to do with that. You're doing well with it, though. You're doing really good with this, actually. Aries doesn't have tolerance for BS. I know I keep saying it, but that's a big thing here. And it's kind of like you're just kind of trying to get along. You're kind of like, I know if I blurt out what I've really been thinking is just going to tank it, so it's going to be like, why did I even bother? So I'm not going to say that. You got passion coming in. You got trust coming in. Let's just... Trust, Five of Swords, and there's a Pentacle card here. Who is it? The King of Pentacles. Okay. All this coming in on your side. The trust makes more sense when I'm feeling it this way. You see this person for who they are at this point. You understand they have similar goals. That works. You also trust that they're going to be a little bit BSing here and there. You trust their motivations for the outcome of what the outcome is that they want. I wouldn't say you trust their methods still. I just don't think that fits. I know the trust card is there, but it's not their methods. I don't think you trust their methods. I think you trust their commitment to a good outcome. But the way they do it, I don't know. I feel like you're kind of like, they could do some unscrupulous things to get there. And you know that. You already know if that's how the situation is. But like their intentions, you really feel strong about that. The Five of Swords with the King of Pentacles is kind of like, I'm not really sure this is the best idea. You haven't really let go of your previous opinion of this person, but you got passion and you're like, but I do believe that they have the same goal in mind, sort of like, there's somebody they want taken care of. You also want that person taken care of. It's almost like if there's a grandparent or something for some of you or somebody, and you're like, I don't like this. I don't like my cousin or whoever this is. But we both care about our grandparent the same way. I know that they're going to make sure that they're taken care of. I just feel like they might pull some underhanded tricks to make sure it works out. That's all. You trust that they care. You trust that they're going to look out after whatever the situation is. It's bothering me. It's just kind of like, trust it's a little shaky. You trust they're going to take care of the situation, not how they're going to do it. I just want to make that clear. Now, there's a lot coming in here. A lot. The way you match up with this person is you try to be on point with them. You keep them informed about what you're thinking, what you're doing, where you're going with things. Between you and this person, you're centering on the goal. That's where the King of Cups comes in. That's the trust again, the goal. They're going to look out for the goal. They're going to try to achieve the goal. They have whatever that is. If it's caring for something or someone, you trust that part. And you're doing the Ace of Swords thing, like you're being very forward with your communication, very on point. You're trying to keep up with it, keep them in the loop. You're also kind of encouraging them to keep you in the loop about what they're doing. I feel like they're also doing that. They seem to know you're not the one to mess with, too. So I feel like they're going to be very careful about how they talk to you because they know you're not the one to tick off. They also don't take it lightly that the two of you are getting along right now. They take that very seriously. Kind of like, they're not sure if this is going to last with you, the two of you getting along. But they know that if they're going to work with you on in this situation or whatever it is, they better be on the forefront. They better be very transparent. They better not play any stupid little games. They just better be very blunt and very to the point and just let you know what's going on if they expect this to go well. Once they start kind of screwing around, it's going to tank, and it's going to tank fast. And they seem to be very well aware of that. I do see the Two of Swords on their side, but I like it. because I feel like they're blocked from saying stuff they don't really know for sure. They're blocked from playing little games. They're blocked from like being too crazy because they don't want to push the luck here. Even if they're not BSing you or creating craziness with you directly, in this situation, if they do that with anybody else, it could come back to you. They could end up having a problem with you, not because they started crap with you, but because it kind of rolls off over to you, and you feel like you have to deal with it. And they're aware of that. They're like, no, I got to be careful. I got to watch my P's and Q's here. Past life and life journey. I'm an intuitive reader, so when I'm seeing past lives over here, I don't feel like it's literal. I feel like they're saying the history between you and them and the history they're aware of you. They got to be careful. They got to be careful where they're going. They got to be aware other people. They might be a little bit saucy dealing with other people, a little bit tricky. They got to be careful with that because if somebody they're messing with gets upset and they're trying to like trick out a little certain outcome, if they're kind of play the game like a poker game, trying to make something work, trying to pull something off here, and it doesn't go well, it's going to come back right to you, and then they're going to have to deal with you, and they don't want to do that. That's why, again, they're blocked. They're very careful. They're watching their P's and Q's. They're just careful where they step. I don't feel like that's for everyone. Some of you, this person is going to push their luck, but I do think they're going to get away with it. So they might play a couple little games. You probably are going to hear about it after the fact, but it's going to work out, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things kind of like, I feel like you're going to be like, oh. It's something that just, however it worked out, you're just kind of like, it worked out for the best. I'm just going to let it slide. Unless I have to deal with it, I'm not going to. But it's kind of like, I don't like that. So they might pull a couple fast ones, not with you directly, but a couple fast ones to get the situation to move forward. That's just for a few of you. I understand that. But they'll get away with it, and I feel like you're kind of like, I feel like you're just kind of looking the other way for a moment, but you're a little annoyed with it still. You don't want to hurt the outcome, or for example, if it's looking after a grandparent or something like that, you don't want them to incur anything negative, so you're just kind of like, I'm not going to cause a problem about this. I'm not going to call it out because it's going to hurt the person I care about, not the person who did it. And I feel like you're just kind of like, I'm not going to do that. Blessings come forward. I do feel like this works out well. They do very well. You're trying to work with. There's a lot of interesting energy coming forward. You got a lot, like whatever this is, you're connected with this person. It means a lot. It's a very important situation, and you need it to go well. You really do. It's not like it's, I don't know. It's not a little thing like a concert or something like that working. It's not just like an event that's going to pass and once it passes, who cares? It's something that's going to make a difference and last for a while. And I'm also getting these 4 cards. On the top, you got the Empress card. Like, you're trying to do your best, looking out for yourself and other people. You're trying to do its best for the situation. You are also very strong with communication with the King of Swords. So you're looking out for everything, very strong with communication. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. It's going well. It's going well. You want to keep it going well. You're trying to keep up that momentum. You're looking over the situation. It keeps going. It keeps going. The Ace of Cups is telling me it's really, really going well, a lot better than expected. You're working with this person. You're getting along with them. You're being very careful how you talk to them. You're not into the BS. Again, I'm getting you're not into the BS, but you can sugarcoat to an extent. Sometimes I feel like you'll just say less. I feel like that's the way you'll sugarcoat, if you will. You'll just say less. You'll just kind of like make it short and sweet and go on. And you'll try to be, I feel like you try to be a little more choosy with your words. Like, but I don't think, you're not going to like beef something up or bolster something up that doesn't deserve it. I don't see that happening. But your version of, sugarcoating it might be just shortening what you say and being choosy about the words. Like, you might literally like say the sentence in your head and then go, well, I can change a couple words here. And, all right, I'll say it this way. And I feel like it's a little bit labored and it's a little bit exhausting to do that. but I also feel like you get a really good benefit, and you're like, I want to keep this going. Everything's going really well. I will do this as long as this keeps going well. The situation going forward, it does seem like it doesn't end anytime soon. I'm getting a lot of you, a lot of your energy going forward is kind of like thinking over, how am I handling this person? Because it seems to be very centralized on this one person. How am I handling this person? How's it affecting the situation? How is the situation going? You constantly have to think about what's going on. You're looking to create more opportunities, and it's kind of like the goal of the opportunity, whoever you're helping, whatever's going on here, you're like, all right, I got to keep that in focus. And you got to keep, I feel like you keep coming back and thinking about it, and you're kind of like, I have to be careful what I say. I feel like sometimes you just might flat out avoid people in the sense of like, you know what, today's not the day. I can't do it today, so I'm just gonna avoid it. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna turn off the phone and play stupid, or say I'm out of range or something, or that I was busy with work, something. Today's not the day. So you might just avoid people once in a while. You got a lot of opportunity here with meditation. There's more cards coming in here. It's gonna keep going. It doesn't seem to slow down. It keeps the momentum it has, but it's something that's gonna last for a long time is what I'm getting. When you get these two cards together, they're both very powerful. The situation does seem to keep going, has a life of its own, keeps going. It doesn't seem slow at all. But with the Temperance, it says you got to kind of pace yourself because it doesn't seem to let up, and it goes on for a long time like this. The person you're dealing with, they seem to, even if they're pulling fast ones here and there, I don't feel like they're doing it with you directly. I feel like they know better. They're literally aware, like if I pull it with the Aries, I'm flat out asking for it, and the Aries is going to just barbecue me. I don't want that. So integrity is there when it comes directly towards you. I'm feeling good with that. Integrity there. As time goes forward, they're going to play their games with other people. You're not going to like it. I see that the best part of them doing this and you seeing them playing these games with other people keeps you sharp, keeps you paying attention to what this person's doing, kind of like, all right, they're playing games with other people. How long before they come my way with that ridiculousness? They're choosing to try. They're making choices, and they're also very happy with the outcome. I feel like as long as you both hold the line, like they're careful how they deal with you directly, and you're careful how you speak to them as much as you can. I feel like it can last quite a while. If they mess with you directly, though, I feel like all bets are off. I'm already getting that. Like if they mess with you directly or play some game with you directly. No, we're done. I don't see them doing that, though. Not in this reading. I know it's a general reading. So as long as that keeps going forward, this could last a long time. I do feel like to keep this in balance, because they're making choices, the last thing I want to say before I let this go, you might want to once in a while address that you've heard some little shady. You might want to just throw out some questions like something seemed a little off here or something seemed a little off there, and just kind of put it out there that you kind of know what they're doing so that they sometimes taper it back. You might want to just like hint. I don't know, Aries isn't really good at hinting in my opinion. Usually it comes right to the point. Hint isn't really a strong suit for Aries, not usually. You got something to say, you're going to flat out say it. But you might want to just lightly address. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Like, oh, Aunt so-and-so, they seemed a little bent out of shape after you talked to them the last time. And then just let them take the conversation where they want to, and just make sure they realize that, don't push it too far. Don't push it too far. Be careful how you address that stuff, though. It's funny where I say you want to hint, but Aries really doesn't hint. They usually go right to the point. So I don't know. Maybe some of you are good at that. I don't know. But you might want to just lightly address like Aunt so and so. They weren't happy. It seems last time you talked to them, and just let them take it from there. And then just like just give them that look like I know what happened. Be careful. Like watch yourself. Just watch yourself. I feel like you might want to give that to them. Like I know what you did. Keep it together. Anything else? This is going to last for a while. It does go well. It is a little bit of a chore at times, but I do feel like it's worth your outcome. So I'm not really worried about that. It's nothing you can't handle, obviously. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.